Yesterday, Anna, my oldest daughter, was sealed in the Spokane, Washington temple, and my wife and I were both told that we couldn't enter. We both are members, both have served in responsible callings, both are temple worthy, and have paid hundreds of thousands of dollars in tithing. However, because we refused to essentially pledge allegiance to the current leadership, and we were denied the opportunity to see Anna sealed. Of course, both my wife and I could have bowed the knee and kissed the ring, so to speak. However, should this honestly be required to witness a ceremony that has no need to be secret in the first place? There is nothing in the ceremony that needs to be secret. The entire concept itself seems to be a carryover from the days when polygamous marriages had to be secret. Today, the entire thing could be performed in a stake center, and no one would think twice. While my wife and I were waiting in the waiting room, I noticed a picture of Jesus, which is nice. However, for some reason, there was also a very large and prominent picture of President Nelson and his counselors. Does a temple of God really need a picture of the current leaders in it? This is weird, to say the least. Is President Nelson worried that we might forget that we need his permission to enter the temple in the first place? Some may think this is exaggerated. However, to gain access to the temples for any reason, then you need to accept the top leaders as God's authorized servants and the president of the church as the only authorized servant that has all authority. You also have to accept the local leaders as God's servants as well. This is such a silly question when you really think about it. Did Christ ask questions like this when he healed people? Did Christ ask questions like this when he taught the multitude? Christ never did anything like this. All he said was, "Come and follow me." I personally have no ill feelings towards the local leaders, as I know that they are typically good men who are blinded by the philosophies of men. I truly understand because at one time I was there personally. It really shouldn't be like this at all. Christ's doctrine was fundamentally simple. Marriages should be publicly accessible like they originally were in the church. We shouldn't need the leader's stamp of approval to access God. We shouldn't endlessly praise the leaders. We shouldn't need their pictures in the temple. We shouldn't care more for the words of the leaders than the words of Christ. The whole thing is messed up, and we need a reset back to the simple doctrines of Christ. I really love Mormonism. However, there is no way that Mormonism today is good in God's eyes. It is far more like a whited sepulcher. Mormonism today is outwardly filled with beautiful images, but inwardly filled with dead works and vain ambitions.